everybody. Today we are delving into a story of resilience, triumph, and unwavering support. Now, we all know the importance of having a strong support system, whether it's from friends, family, or in this case, a trusted financial partner. Well, in 2022, history was made when Shericka Jackson became the very first brand ambassador for the Scotia Group Jamaica in its 135-year history. This partnership has flourished over the years, with Scotiabank publicly affirming its unwavering support for Shericka by standing beside her during very pivotal moments on the world stage, including her triumphant victories at the World Championships in both Oregon and Budapest. So today, we are unraveling the captivating tale, the love story, if you will, behind Scotiabank and Shericka and that partnership. So joining us to do that today are Shericka Jackson, national athlete, Olympian, world champion, and Tanya Russell, Scotiabank's head of marketing for North and Central Caribbean. Ladies, it's good to talk to you today.
Hi, Simone.
So Tanya, let me start with you. We are not short on athletes in Jamaica. We boast a very strong lineup, but you guys went straight for this lady. What made her the standout? What made her the choice?
So I think this was a story that was born from the Tokyo Olympics, actually. And I think this is the first time we're actually talking about it, why we selected Shericka. She had one of the most amazing stories coming out of that situation. She was deflated for a moment on missing out those finals, but she was not defeated. Shericka pivoted, and she was the MVP for Jamaica. She came back and she did all the races, and we thought that was so important. She put on a brave face. It showed stick-to-itiveness, resilience, humility. She put herself out there, because I know you must have been feeling so many emotions, you know, your personal goals, but you came out and you still represented for the team. And we absolutely adored that and thought she was the perfect match for us.
Did you know that story before today?
No, I just learning that story.
That's so nice. So it can be tricky when you take on ambassadorships of this nature. So how do you manage to marry the finance with the athletics and do it organically?
So I would say for us that we've really taken it from the approach of authenticity and really just showing how much we love and support Shericka. Even though I know you wanted to be a bank manager if you weren't an athlete, I don't expect her to come and say, you know, this loan, that loan rate, what, you know, I don't expect her to do that. Right. That wouldn't be authentic for her. But what we do think works is really just showcasing her personality. From our CEO to our staff members to our customers, they all appreciate how much we are behind Shericka, and that's what makes it like really, really good. And for her fans even to say they appreciate the support that we give her, because we love you, we think you're great, we want to be behind you on the good days, on the bad days. We are there for you 100% all the time. So that's how we've married it in the most organic way possible.
You guys feel like family.
Yes.
It feels like a natural, organic fit.
Yes.
So it obviously wasn't hard to say no. When Scotia came to you, first of all, tell me about that moment when they came and said, we want you to be our first brand ambassador.
Firstly, when I heard it from Bruce, I was like, yes, finally. Because, you know, it would have been my first local contract, and I'm like, oh, my God, finally. I felt like, yes, my hard work was paying off, and I was super excited. I was a bit nervous, though, because, you know, this is my first, and I was like, okay, then I'm excited, and I want to see how well it goes. So I was super excited.
That's so nice. And I guess this would have been, you know, you bagged this ambassadorship, which is great. It's one of the things that you would have wanted to, or maybe it wasn't even your mind's eye when you were thinking about being an athlete on the world stage.
It's a good feeling, you know. I think 2021 was an eye-opener for me, and it broke my heart, because at the time I wanted to prove to not anybody but myself, like, okay, then I wanted to be among the best, especially in our Olympic year. And to miss that opportunity, I was heartbroken, but then so many good things happened, because it made me realize how strong I was, because even through a disappointment, I still had to come run the 4x1 because the team needed me. And I think that made me realize that I mentally and physically, I am strong, especially mentally, even though I felt some type of hurt deep down. I just wanted to come out and show up for the team. And I think that gave me the courage to know that no matter what obstacles I go through, I can overcome.
Yes, and again, here you are, looking back at that disappointment, taking the lessons and moving on. Can you recall, I know they've been there for you all the way, but can you recall a specific moment when you were like, no, this bank has got my, Scotiabank has got my back?
I must say there are many moments, but I think what stood out the most, it was, I think, before Oregon, when Scotiabank came to my training session to give me a pre-birthday celebration. And when they came to Oregon, I was really, really surprised and I was shocked. And I was excited because, you know, at Oregon, it was my first time winning a gold medal, and they were there to celebrate with me. And they were much closer. I could interact with the family because they weren't up like far in the stands. They were right there because the track is so near and the stands is so near. And I think that moment stood out the most. You know, I just became their ambassador, and just for them to be there and I take photos and I can able to say, okay, then my local sponsor is here, was such a, I think that moment stood out the most for me.
That's fantastic, because that's not normal. No. Like, people sponsor people and they have ambassadors, but they don't show up at their meets.
We're serious, we're coming.
Yeah. And so that's her standout moment. She says there are many. Is there one for you with her?
I would also take Oregon as my pick. I think it was really special because of, you know, you're coming from the Olympics experience and it was her first. I definitely remember screaming my head off and jumping in the stand because I'm like, she has it, she's going to win, it's great. And it was also good because we took some of our customers to that, so they were able to experience it. And I think what was also really cool was that we had that viral reaction video for you with Bounce that had all of our team members. And when we said, guys, we need you to do a video for Shericka, everybody was ready, raring to go, managers, everybody. So it really showed like how much they were also behind you. And we held it for that second because we had all the faith Shericka was going to cross that finish line first.
Fantastic. It must be a lot of pressure when you think of all the people who are rooting for you, whose hopes are on your back. You've had a lot of success. And speaking of your journey, when folks look at you, when all of this is said and done, I mean, you still have a lot left in the tank,
yes.
Cheryl, but in terms of legacy, what do you want that to be? When people say Shericka Jackson, what do you want the legacy to be?
I just wanted to be the person that, despite the obstacles, never gave up, you know. I continue to push through. I know what I want to achieve, and just to be among the great are being great in your own lane at your own pace, because there's no rush to what I can achieve and what I want to achieve. So if you hear my name like, oh, that's Shericka Jackson, you're like, oh, I remember when she had that downfall, but she still came out there and she was able to overcome anything and be who she is right now. So.
I feel like you already have that legacy right now.
Yes.
So you're way ahead of the game. Is, you know, Tanya?
It's a great origin story.
Yeah,
really nice origin story.
For sure. You. So your motto there, Tanya, it revolves around preparing for the future. So for folks who, you know, may have come into financial success, like our friend here, who I'm sure you give financial advice as well.
Of course.
Who are watching, you know, what do you say to them about future planning, about financial planning, personal planning? What would you say to them?
So our tagline now is for every future. And I think that is in the ethos of every Jamaican, and I'm going to tell you why. It involves you thinking, whether you're a parent, a sister, a brother, husband, wife, how do you want your future to look? How do you want your kids to grow, evolve? What do you want them to do? What does that look like? And of course, it's going to take you some financial planning to get there. So whether it's, you know, it's budget planning, it is general insurance for your assets, it's, you know, critical illness, it's, you know, getting a loan, we want to be able to talk to you about that and guide you in that direction. And for us, you know, For Every Future also encapsulates our employees. What does it look like for them career-wise? Where do you want to go? We want to help everyone in every single facet, which is why it's such an all-inclusive slogan, because it's really you, whatever future you imagine to be, we are going to help you to do that.
Okay, so as we wind it down, Shericka, what message would you like to leave with our audience about perseverance and humility and resilience and the impact of support, whether through family, friends, or through a big organization like Scotiabank?
I just want to say, for me, to everybody, is just that you have to stay true to who you are, and you always have to expect the unexpected things in life, because life is full of expectation. No matter what obstacles you go through, you remember never to give up, because giving up on yourself is like, I've always said this, like, it's bad not to try. And if you don't try, then you won't achieve anything. And you can be great. You just have to believe in yourself and believe in what you are capable of doing. It makes you have persons that believe in you and trust the process and trust you. And once you believe in yourself and you have those persons that believe in you, you can achieve anything.
Yeah. So looking ahead as to what's next on the journey, immediate next on the journey is Olympics, right?
It's Olympics.
How are you feeling going in?
I'm feeling super excited. I said this year is Dangerous 2024 or Redemption 2024.
Look at you. Hey. Well, if me did hear that, wouldn't bother show up. I'm just joking. It's going to be spectacular. I'm sure you guys are excited for her.
We are.
We know you're going to do great things. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for believing in her. Thank you for supporting her on behalf of every Jamaican who's watching, and for giving her a little more wind beneath her wings. We love that for you both, and we hope this partnership continues. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Shericka. Appreciate it. So, folks, Shericka's journey from humble beginnings to Olympic success is a testament to the power of perseverance and to the importance of unwavering support, exemplified this time by Scotiabank. So we encourage you to follow Shericka's journey and to explore Scotiabank's offerings to secure your financial future.